And last things last, a show that I unfortunately did not get around to seeing. In my case, I was just the curiosity. You know, like, was it as good as people were seeing? You know, well, people say it is good as far as a family movie, but you know, I was just like, but Sonic the Hedgehog, dude. Like, I know I shouldn't expect much, but it's another video game movie, and you know the myth behind you know the stigma, sorry, with video game movies that being good, right? But once again, I was hearing some good stuff, I was hearing some bad stuff. Like, some people find it was a little too basic, a little too inoffensive, like it didn't really do anything. But other people were like, yeah, it's fun, and you know Jim Carrey was funny, and Sonic was fun to look at least he didn't look like how he looked with the first trailer. He didn't look god awful
Right.
there. So it was good, right? But you know, I just wanna, like, I wanted to see for myself, but unfortunately I didn't get around to it. But Ricardo, luckily for you, you did. So yeah, take it away. What was Sonic the Hedgehog about, and how did it play out for you?
Right. Yeah. So basically, Sonic is from this other world, and some weird mother owl, mother hawk creature.
What a
Um.
hawk!
Yeah,
There's no
or
Mother
mother
Hawk
owl.
in this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the thing. They just kind of. I don't know where they get that from, but it's
Yeah, I
this
know, right?
mother owl. She decided to. He always had his powers, and she always was taking care of him, and people was chasing after his powers. So she get him to use the rings to come to our planet, and he gets stuck on Earth years ago. So he's like a kid. That's what they
Right.
did, which was smart. He's not an adult. He's a kid. Right? So like
Okay,
it's
okay,
like,
okay.
yeah,
Well, it kind of
right,
makes sense. The way how
right. He's like
character
a baby.
reacts to stuff, right? Yeah.
He's like a baby in thing. He's like like a toddler, like young, like about 5 in the thing, and then he moved to it, and he spent like about 7 years or so. So he come up, and he's like about 13 or so in the story. Like, so it's like you're dealing with a teenage boy,
Right.
and then but the thing is, he spent a lot of time on Earth alone, and he was like effectively like a what you call a cryptid. So he's like, a lot of people think he's like a legend, like Bigfoot or something like that. Now, this creature that could move,
Oh.
and then living in this town now, where you call it your boy James Marsden, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah. So it had a guy like they had one good reference that I liked, where if you know what Sonic is, SANIC, Sonic is like a joke version of Sonic on the
Yes,
internet.
yes. I remember the image of that. Really
Right,
hilarious image, by the way. Yeah.
right. So somebody like the guy who was saying, who was like paranoid about Sonic existing, like a Bigfoot, because you're looking for him now. Uh he draw him like that now. Like that's like a quick reference. It's like, oh, that's clever. That's like the only good, like clever bit in this, in my opinion.
Wow.
Um,
Really?
yeah, for me at least. So what happened, boy? Basically, Sonic started running. He got kind of paranoid because he's playing baseball by himself, and he basically caused a blackout with his powers, right? He's
Right.
maybe because of speed or whatever it is, and
That,
that
that, that
kind
was
of
that was in the trailer, by the way. Huh?
right, and that kind of triggered the government to send Doctor Robotnik for them, played by Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey saved this movie.
So I've
I'll say
heard.
that.
So I've heard. I heard
Yeah,
performance wise, he was great. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
early, Ace Ventura, the
It's very
mask, that era.
right. It's very cable guy. That's all I'll say.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Like
it's that.
crazy,
And
like wild, but also kind of batshit
right,
crazy, right?
crazy, but you get a sense of genuine menace from him at times.
Ah,
And
okay. I got you.
right, and so they make that work, and then so he's basically chasing him for a while. Oh, I forget why he lost his paws. Something happened to him. He lost his paws. So basically, he just had to get the rings because he knew somebody was coming after him to go. He had to go to the next world now.
Right.
And it had a real dumb joke where I hated where he say, "Oh, it's a world with mushrooms and I have to go get this world of mushrooms." And well,
Uh,
this is not
I
an old
I, I kind of get, but
right. It's
like
a Mario
maybe.
joke. It's a Mario
Yeah,
joke.
yeah. I
This
know. Right.
this was always a kind of old running joke in the video game world where Doctor Robotnik looks like an evil version of Mario. If you think about it, he always did. Um,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
red and fat,
Yeah.
and he had this big mustache. That was kind of the running joke about Dr. Robotnik. That was an old joke.
Right.
They decided to play it up a little bit with this. You'll see with the ending. Anyway, and then he had to. Oh, what happened is that he lost his rings by accident. Because it's like a bag of rings, and the rings is like portals. So you could use the rings like a portal. Yeah, they come up with all kind of weird shit for the movie. And So
Yeah, clearly, clearly.
he needed to go on a road trip with James Marsden to get to San Francisco because he didn't know where San Francisco was. And so he had to drive there. So they never really give a good reason why he couldn't run there. But whatever. I forget why he couldn't just run there because he got back his powers almost immediately. Anyway, they went on a road trip. So it's a dumb road trip movie. I forget the black girl name, but the black girl was like the love interest for James Marsden character. And then they had this girl from Insecure in it. The fat girl, no, the big girl was Ting friend. She
Right.
was in it. She played the sister. So he get to her and they they eventually get to San Francisco. Dr. Robotnik invents something to basically allow him to move as fast as Sonic because I think he tap into Sonic. He take one of Sonic's quills now and
Mm.
use the same energy. So when Sonic go to speed, he will go to speed at the same time so he could chase Sonic down. And then they go back to the town and eventually they defeat Dr. Robotnik. It was just this kind of lame final fight. And that's about it. Oh, it had a nice little moment where you find out how Sonic gets shoes. Because he never had the red shoes and then he get the red shoes for a reason. And
Right.
that's an okay movie. The actress, young kid actress, was actually pretty good at the scene.
Okay.
And it had some okay action. Same stuff from the trailers, mostly like the stuff where he could freeze time and so and so. And the problem is that it shift. Here's the thing: Sonic is a weird franchise. They could do all kind of bullshit with it anyway. But I thought they could have like go back to the core material, like and keep it at least make it more like the games, so you could be collecting the rings all over the world or something like that. But I kind of thought it was real. I kind of hated it. I thought it was too basic. I thought it was just kind of boring for me, or at least it not for me in terms of that humor. Because like if it had people doing floss dancing on a screen, I'm too old for it. Like I just gonna straight
Oh
up say that.
yeah, I heard it did that shit. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
that was like what 2018, bro. Like
Whatever.
why?
Like look,
Whatever. Yeah.
it popular with the kids apparently. It's have, so in a mainstream sense, like kids all it's designed for a young audience, but I don't know who's these young people who really like remember Sonic. So I don't know. Personally, as I'm still in the camp that believe they have a Satam, they should make a Satam movie. They made no mentions of the Chaos Emeralds. They made no mentions of any of the extra lore. Like it had a character in the beginning that looked kind of like Knuckles, like some of the bad guys in the beginning that look kind of like Knuckles. So fine. There's kind of spoilers for the post credits. Tails makes an appearance. That's
Why
it.
am I not surprised? Well, I had a
Right.
feeling it was a character
Right.
from one of the famous characters that make a comparison.
Well, it's only Tails. Like Tails is the only character you remember. Yeah, most people don't remember all the other characters, like the crocodile, and the bat, and all these other characters. Nobody give a shit about them. Right? It's just
Right.
Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles for me. That's the only three I remember off the top of my head. Can't remember the
Right.
others.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And so they decided to just go with. And well, the ending is Doctor Robotnik got stuck in the other world by himself. So he
Uh-huh.
like
Okay.
in the mushroom world. So he like, but he in the end he looking more like the Doctor Robotnik from
From,
the
from
games.
from from the game that we know. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, with the
What I'm getting from this too is that it's okay. So I don't want to say it's like Super Mario Brothers. Actually,
nah,
yes, it
nah.
is like
Definitely
it's
not that.
no. What I mean, like, I'm not saying that it's just like the Super Mario Bros. The infamous movie, but what I mean is like you're
Right.
taking a game, right, that pretty much is basic. Character do this, character do that. There are obstacles in the way. If you don't overcome that, then you're dead, right? And then they
Right.
just try to do a set of world building, a set of explanation why things are the way they are, why Sonic doing this, why Sonic doing that. You know what I mean? It just kind of becomes more weird and convoluted and just kind of dumb. But because
That's
you
the
just have this
I,
light tone, it's like, well, whatever. It's Sonic, right? But it's like
right.
Sonic don't need all this stuff, does it? I don't
I
know.
don't know. They bring in the weird like the model thing. I don't get where the hell they get that from personally. So I don't know where that come from. Some look. Here's the thing. I have not played a Sonic game like in earnest since the Dreamcast game. Like that is it. Like I was a big fan of Sonic 2 back in the days in Genesis. Big fan of Sonic 3 and Knuckles back in the days. I played a little bit of the Sonic 3D game for Saturn, I think. I think
Hmm.
Saturn had a 3D Sonic game. It's kind of crap. And I kind of stopped and then I played the Dreamcast game. That was okay. And I just never get into the Sonic front. So I don't know, like somewhere along the lines, one of those Sonic games like had a mother owl thing, the mother bird, and that's it. So I don't
Maybe there's a
know.
YouTube video that will like,
right.
talk
But the thing
about
is,
it now. Like,
I see
I
a
don't know.
lot of people defending this now. I
Yeah,
see a
that's what I
ton
thought
of
was funny. Like, like,
yeah, and it's
okay,
like
like, all right, if it's a family movie, cool. It has the audience, it's fun, but that don't mean it. Well, okay, just because it's aimed for audience for that type of audience doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Because there have been numerous films aimed for families and they kind of suck balls, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
I was surprised with the reception with this movie. You know what I mean? It can't just be about the character design because yes, cool. They fix it up. That's great. They listen to people. They listen to Twitter and whatnot. Listen to the people. Great. But that can't be the only reason why this movie is quote unquote good though. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's the thing. I just thought this was just so flat. It was not that funny for me. Again, it was barely entertaining. Nowhere near as engaging as the Pokemon movie, which I thought did an okay job with that world building. And I had a ton of problems with that, but I was still like, okay, this making sense now. At least in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah,
the
yeah.
content. This was just like just fell flat for me and then didn't work at all. I thought it was just kind of boring and it had moments, it had some ideas I was okay. Like Sonic being alone and kind of a stand-in for like little children who just had to move around a lot and that kind of thing. And the
Right.
loneliness stuff was kind of interesting as a character, but that was about it. Again, as I said, Jim Carrey saved it because he just had some really funny lines and moments. But I know some people who thought he was like absolutely annoying, but I thought he was fine. Um,
Right.
and that's about it. I don't know, like, who's these people who are really defending this shit? Can I find this was some real basic shit now? It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's like okay. That
I suspect. Sorry, go on,
yeah.
go on.
No, I just think it's set up for sequels clearly because it did well. It made money. They're gonna get a sequel,
Right.
but if they do a good job with the sequel, it's fine. But this as it is was like just nothing for me. I didn't really have much going.
Yeah. I suspect by not even by year's end, but probably about October, November, people will start to realize like what's it come out on home media. Yeah, and yeah, I suspect that people will put this amongst the worst movies of this year. That's not me saying that the movie is trash. 'Cause I haven't seen it for myself, but from what I get from you, it kind of is. However, I have a feeling sorry that people will kind of warm up to it and be like, yeah, this movie was kind of shit though. Yeah, this is one of the worst of the year. But then they
Well,
kind of
it
defend it now
did
because well, it's out now. It's finally out there and kids could go and
right,
see it. And well, we didn't
right.
see it
So
for Valentine's Day,
you,
so it's kind of like
the only
well, it's a little distraction for the kids now. You know what I mean?
right. The only explanation I could have for only kind of explanation I could have with the success of Sonic, or at least people hyping up Sonic as it is that there's a political dimension to it. And what I mean by that is that Birds of Prey came out at the same time, and it had a sort of stupid backlash of Birds of Prey now.
Mm.
And people use like they weaponize Sonic to say, oh well, Sonic do better than Birds of Prey because Sonic is a proper movie or some bullshit like that. Like this is how you should do an adaptation to geek material. Like I got a little bit of that, but even that is still like nothing. It's kind
Yeah.
of like people who just try to weaponize the Orville against Star Trek Discovery. It's like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the
And
same.
as I say, Birds of Prey, I have a feeling even more ironic, right? That Birds of Prey might show up on some best stuff lists actually. Come to think of
That's
it,
the thing. Birds of
yeah,
Prey
I
actually like
I, I definitely
yeah.
look it out. I have a feeling
Birds of
so.
Prey, Birds of Prey for what I thought Birds of Prey had some problems, but I find for what it was fine. Like it did
Yeah,
a lot of good things of it. They clearly like had some trouble with the script and tying stuff together. But I thought Birds of Prey was fine. But this Sonic stuff was just so basic. It really felt like something out of 1997. It felt like something I was watching 1996. It's the same thing. It's just the modern special effects they pull it off, right? I said.
yeah.
Um,
I wonder
but
if that's the reason why people like it so much because it feels like something from
I,
the 90s. You know what I mean? Like
as yeah,
perhaps,
or maybe. So and
but
as I
still,
say,
that's still not enough. That's not enough.
right. I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe I had to see it for myself and say, I had to see what it is that people see and to make it have it make sense as it is. But I just this was nothing for me. I don't know.
yeah. No, but I
Uh,
mean, stick to your rating, Jed. Stick to your rating.
yeah,
Don't believe what
written,
other
yeah,
people say, Jed. I mean,
exactly,
if you
right,
don't like it,
exactly,
you don't like it. I have a feeling if
right,
I watch it,
exactly,
I probably will hate it more than you do. You know what I mean? But
right, right.
yeah. But
So
well, what's your rating
written,
and well last words?
yeah. I get us like yeah, just get us a straight to see it.
Uh that's where I would have gone to see it anyway. But
Yeah, yeah. But to me, I just thought it was. not really worth your time all that much. I did just it. I don't know. It felt like a colossal waste of my time, Frank. I didn't. It was not engaging. It had some moments. I suppose if I was younger, I might have liked it. Maybe I ain't sure, but I didn't have anything going on. I thought they could have do some interesting world building. They could have really flesh it out. Personally, I super biased, but I really want them to make a Satan movie. Like if they make a Satan movie, it would have been good. But whatever. I just
Right. Last things last, though. Well, one more thing I should say, right? As far as video game movies go, because yes, I can't end this off without asking the big questions, right? You know what I mean? Amongst the many attempts at making a pure, true, unfiltered video game movie, is Sonic the Hedgehog one of the worst you've ever seen?
nah. I can't say that. It was just too. It was fair. It was in the middle for me. I can't say it was one of the worst or one of the best. Pretty in the middle, but in the middle means still bad. So whoever.
Yeah. All right, I can live with that.